Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you to Metalytics Insta Limited. My name is Dr. Ajala. So, from where we stopped last week, we'll continue on research instruments. So, when we talk about research instruments, just as I explained the last time, these are instruments you use in research to collect data, to collect majorly primary data. So, I discussed about questionnaire the last time. Today, I'll be discussing on observation. So, when we talk about observation is a research instrument that involves you watching, listening, recording the human behavior, human activities as it goes. It is mostly used, to actually collect data, real information, authentic information, rather than hearing what your respondent says. You look at their action, you look at their behavior. And when you are going to the field to collect data, you must have all the necessary checklist of the information you needed. It is not just by going to the field and start looking at them. You must write down those information, those necessary information you need from their behavior, from the way they interact, in a public gathering or in a public event. So that is observation, mostly used when the verbal or the word or what they say doesn't really matter, but their actions really matters. When your Mostly used when your research actually focus on qualitative research approach. So you can easily use observation to collect data. Another important thing is that we have different dimensions of observations. The first one is participant observation and non-participant observation. When we talk about participant observation, it means that the observer gets involved. You understand? The observer gets involved. If it is a public event, he gets involved, he come into their midst, look at what they are doing, engage them, like that. Engage them, move with them, and as it grows, then the observer collects necessary data he needed. The other one is non-participant observation. So for the non-participant observation, the researchers stay, behind, stay afar from the respondent or from the group of people is collecting data from. Then observe them from afar. Then try to tick as is observing them. It is good for you when you are collecting data from the field using observation. It is good that you don't allow those people, those whom you are observing, to know that you are observing them, because it can lead to a change of behavior. People will not really act, the way they should act in the real sense of it. They try to pretend because they know that somebody is watching them. But if they don't know that someone is watching them, you see them, you see their reaction, you see their real behavior. Actually, it is good. Observation is good, but sometimes the interest of the observers sometimes get biased because you already have his own expectation, and it gets biased when his expectation is not met. So, and apart from another disadvantage is that it is costly. Before you gather all necessary things you need, before you get to the field, before you set yourself, make yourself available, and many other things you have to put in place. It's actually somehow costly, but it is affordable, especially when you know that the research you are conducting is very, very important. So this is observation. It's a qualitative approach to research. Thank you all for listening.